Hey everybody, this is just a little note. The episode you're supposed to be watching, episode 99, I was recording the episode. It came out a little longer than expected, ranging just over 30 minutes, 33, 34 minutes. So I decided not to put it in the time slot for today. So today's just a notification on that. Tomorrow we hit episode 100, and that was partially the big reason. We've been having a lot of problems with our Akanek internet. The episode 100 was pre-recorded, as was the interview with Wildman Beyond. We had a lot of problems due to internet fumbles with it, but all the same, all of it was pre-recorded. So I didn't want to start, the next segment, which was, we looked at the TV series, but next we were going to look at the prequel and Rambo 5, How Would You Do It? So I didn't want to start the video and then halfway through have to come back to it next week. So I'm just going to hold it for next week. Either way, we had some great episodes today for you tongue tied all the time while we were looking at the Rambo 4 fan script. So, I guess we'll just go take a look at that. I'm very, very sorry once again for the inconvenience. It's just, things have been up in the air. So, yeah, we'll get back to the Ain't It Cool News thoughts on that article, what you have to say. I want to hear what you have to say. Let me know, and we'll get back, to our little segment next week when we'll talk about, my plans or my pitch for the Rambo prequel and the Rambo 5th installment in the franchise, and how it's a circle. It's a circle of a theory. It brings everything nice together, full circle, and tight. So sorry again for fucking up, and we got Wildman Beyond coming in for you next. Episode 100, the milestone. Also, just pointing out about that milestone, episode 100, is that it was pre-recorded, so I just have the video portion of it left. So it just didn't feel right to only give you half of a video today, or like if I would have gave you both parts of episode 99 right away, it would be cutting out the great intro for Wildman, and I certainly didn't want to do that. So that's another reason why we're gonna come back next week for the second half of the discussion on the AICN topics. Thank you so much, everyone, for just all the love and support, and it's really great to be doing this for all of you. So we got some special guests coming on after Wildman, but first we're going to look at Wildman, and then we're going to get back to my pitches, and your thoughts on the Ain't It Cool News. Then we got a couple of more prequel things to go. Then we got, what else do we have here for you? Yeah, we have a couple of more prequel things. We have a couple of more things we found on the internet as well. We're going to take a look also at Wallace Lee prequel novella. His prequel novella is amazing. Actually, he got in touch with me. He contacted me, and we might have him on the show soon as well. So I'm looking forward to that, as many of you should, because it's going to be really great. He's a really cool cat. Then we're going to look at the stuff Mr. Chapman has sent us in the mail to bring us up to date for the sequel. And I believe we're going to have Mr. Chapman on. And I also believe that Mr. Mickey Cardoni will be returning for the follow-up interview. So even though some of these episodes are going to be late, you know what? It's good. We're taking our time. We're getting through them. And you know what? if it goes beyond that, we'll just make prequel month. We'll make a sequel to prequel month, and then we'll get back to First Blood Part 2, and we'll run it a bit into May. You know, we have the time. Season 3 is a little shorter, so it should work out pretty good. And yeah, so sorry for stressing you out, everybody. Actually, if anything, I'm the one that's a little stressed out, you know. Yeah, but that's other stuff. That's internet problems and my own ordeal. But, you know, all of you guys are great. And I love doing this for you and with you. And I'm always available to talk about Rambo, you know, no matter at what cost. Because I just love it so much. These things, you know, do happen. It is Murphy's Law. So, yeah, it just looks like we got a lot of pre-recorded stuff for you. It took me a while to get the Wild Man episode up and running, like I said, due to internet problems, and also due to the fact that the recording process for it was a lot different, and it's a lot harder to stitch together. So, but I'm happy to say that, you know, it's all ready to go for tomorrow. So tomorrow's episode 100, and we're gonna get, you know, we're gonna get down with Wild Man Beyond. And then in episode 101, we're gonna go one-on-one with Wild Man Beyond. So it's really, really, really great, guys. And I'm sorry that I couldn't continue the conversation that we were just into with the pitches. But we're going to do it next week. Right after the Wild Man Beyond, we're going to come back with that. So it's even a bit funny because in the recording process originally for episode 99, I kind of realized too late that I was at the over half-hour mark. So, you know, I kind of just like wrote it off like as an alternate version of episode 100, you know, because if I would have went that way, then it would have taken the place of episode 100. So, but, you know, the original version of episode 100 has a very special place in my heart. So, you know, there was things that I talked about in that episode that I think, you know, should have its proper place as episode 100. So, you know, next week when you're listening to it and you hear me talk about upcoming episode 100, you know, at the last minute, that's just because I fucked up. You know, I have to admit that sometimes I do get messed up with the order of the episodes, because a lot of times I'm trying to think of what I'm doing, you know, like 10 episodes down the line. So, you know, I do apologize for that, but it was in good intention. But, you know, either way, even though it will sound a lot weirder next week when it comes out, I don't want to change it. You know, I think it's great. So, I guess this then is the alternate episode 99. But, you know, like I said, we got some great stuff to come. Some really, really great stuff to come. And I could not be prouder of this and of all of you watching at home. Once again, you know, RAMBOMANIA would just not be the same without you. You make all the difference. You know, and thanks for watching. And sorry for the inconvenience, but it's just been like crazy busy. So, yeah. So I'll get back to you guys. And, you know, I hope everybody just has a great rest of the day. And we'll see you next time at episode 100. Alright. Take care, guys. You're the best. Bye.